Now, apparently there's a... This middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in a brown leather cloth, draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stringy, colorless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off the long, fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not sure she even knows you're there. Excuse me. The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables with a steady rhythm. You may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. Study the woman. At first glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on the weaving in her lap than her surroundings. Yet, you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer. She's weaving, and the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind. Her brown locks torn and snagged from lack of washing. Like many of the townsfolk you've seen, there is a strange blur to her. Even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with threads that lack color, and a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she is half-minded or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch, her knitting takes on an odd cadence. You have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. Focus on the woman. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of her locks downward, the hairs become long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver, and wrapping around her hands. She is forming a soul cradle with the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as highlight, the black shadowing it, and suddenly you are calm. You are on a plateau almost the height of a tower several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest hazy with mist. Although whether it is actual mist or distance or a recollection, resting on the curve of a natural arch above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention as if looking down on you and the event unfolding before you. The plateau is soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body, your physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts like mist running softly into a sealed chamber. And focus on the chimes. The chimes coax you deeper into the memory, and you're certain it's a memory, a warm one. You are on the stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture. Is this the old mother or something like that? Huh. Your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver white, shimmering like Audra. The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat on your skin, your wrists, and your hands. Your hands are in motion, weaving, not threading, but gathering tenderly, moving along the first movements of breath's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child. And you can feel the crowning of a tiny head turning in your grip, its head slick, wet from the womb. The hands you are wearing, inhabiting, have done this many times, and they are practiced and confident. You feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges, a stream of fluid from the womb helping the newborn slide forth, and a woman's laboring breathing, crying out. Focus on the child, the movement of your hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they are coming from, but they are close, and they are meant as a comfort. Of that you are certain. Draw the child forth. And coaxed by your hands, every movement causing the chimes causing the chimes to sound again. Almost eagerly, the child comes forth, and as it does, your hands are in motions, weaving, moving along the length of a soft, wet rope. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of the naked woman before you. This is getting weird. You are holding a small child, still wet from the womb before you. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. As if you are viewing a soul from within a soul, but it is there. It is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. Surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before, and as your hands move, the chimes echo the movement. You realize the chimes are hanging from cords on your wrists, and where once they echoed in the memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind. And the chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be its first gentle greeting into the world. A soothing sound guided by the tender motions of your wrist. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perceptions, and the experience. The experience. The woman laughs with a raged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotions seem soothed, but the physical demands of labor have left her exhausted. But the child is here. The child is safe, and all atop the plateau is peaceful, calm, distant, flattering out as the memory persists. Slowly back out, retreat from the memory. Hold on. With effort, the scene bleeds of color, and your mind becomes your own again. There's no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of the chimes remains, as they existed in the memory. They sound here as well, and they are hanging from woven braids of the wrists of the woman before you, even as your head is spinning from the touch. Okay, so spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrists is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back to the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she is nothing like what you first saw. She's wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As if she lifts her head to face you, you see that her hair is draped across the front of her face like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of some sort, unconscious, and you realize that what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense the threat and the realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she is glad to at last be seen. Who are you?
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There's light on your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of the touch, reached up to the air between you. You hear the chime on her wrist sound softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance. and she speaks softly and slowly.
Your memories. A cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm. The storm. The storm that brushed you. Did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
I encountered a bivouac, yes, and it did something. Her hand withdraws shyly, the chimes sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly, as if she has been sitting for some time or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight, her face gaunt, yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image of the plateau, yet the image was so clear, so sharp. You're surprised she didn't feel you there.
To see me is a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
I've never been able to do that with a living person, except with you.
So many questions, thoughts, whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
There's a silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat, in your thoughts it stretches out between the two of you like a pull between your minds. You blink, take a breath, and then you realize she wants you to ask a question, yet can't form the words as if assembling them is painful, or there simply are not enough pieces. Assemble the thoughts. You wish to travel with me. You feel a wave of fear, gusted with the strength of relief, although oddly her expression does not change. Then fear dissipates, and you feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from her memory lies beneath you and a calm sky looks down upon you. That's interesting.
Safe travels.
Dreaming. The grieving mother on the road. I experienced a dream, or was it a memory of childbirth? Perhaps the grieving mother herself can explain what I saw. Okay, so we just got ourselves. What the blazes? Focus. What are you? Requires 40 focus. Grants second win. Good God. Instantly with 8 stealth, huh? Okay. Keep forgetting, Durance has, okay, you have 8 mechanics. Fine padded leather armor. Metal fortress. Greater focus. Plus 10 max focus. What? Uh, What? I am still confused here. Focus. Increased maximum focus. Chat. Uh, Chat, can you help me out with, oh dear. With focus? I guess we might have to get into combat for this. Oh god, I just realized. Oh no, we're good. He can cast spells, but he's more a melee person, so.
Right.
Interesting, though. Interesting. Okay. All right. Liking. Okay, she's gonna be an interesting character. What do we got? She's a. All right. She's a cipher. Shocks. Okay, so requires. Okay, so shocks and enemies visual receptions. Can I get an explanation of what the hell ciphering is? Cipher is? Would love to get an explanation, please. 8th level cipher. How do I use the cipher? How do I gain focus? Guess just in battle, I suppose? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, excuse me, chat. Oh, that's Stormforge. First, I thought this was Deerforge. Nope. This is Deer Village. That means time to have ourselves a nice, quick, hopefully a combat test. Deerforge Crossing. Accept.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Is that from the weapon? Oh no, that's from a skill of mine. Inspires all allies in the vicinity when the paladin downs an enemy, providing a temporary bonus to all defenses. Ah, okay. Makes sense. But quick save here. I'm gonna look at this. Do, 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 do. Boom. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
Sure.
What exactly am I? Oh, well, this doesn't seem like a really big map, so. Oh, oh well. We're good. We're good.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Okay, so what do you got? 30% of all damage reapplied. What causes the target to relieve the physical trauma of an injury moments after receiving it? What? Interesting. Recall agony. That's not what I just. Oh, that's what I just clicked on. Minus 10 enemies needed to flank. I'm sorry. Invades the minds of targets in the area of effect, causing them to believe they are surrounded by phantom foes, leaving them flanked for the duration. What? I'm sorry? Hobbled for 16.2 seconds, weakened for 16.2. Weakened. Puppet Master dominate for. Oh, okay.
No good. No good.
Dead on.
No good.
Interesting. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do, chat. I need to go to the restroom right quick. So I'll be right back, guys. It'll be a great time for you. And if you need to go to the restroom, take a little bit of a break, breather, get something to eat, snack on. This be a great time to do it. I'm probably gonna be gone for a good few minutes, so I will be right back. I am gonna go ahead and pop on some ads. So without further ado, guys, I'll be right back. Let's get back to it. Do 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 do.
Right.
Do 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 do. Oh, can't go any further that way. Definitely like to see this cipher officially in action. Oh, there's the deer. Okay, out of curiosity, quick save. Okay. Okay, Durant. Just straight up crit the deer, will ya?
Flame and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
And we got nothing out of it, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh well. Oh, what the? Do 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 do. Oh, have at thee.
Dead on.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, I should probably set you up to aggressive.
Got him.
Dead on.
Die already!
Boo. Yay. Oh. All that just goes away. Oh, okay. What does all this do anyways? Plus 10 damage reduction for 27 seconds. Plus 103 endurance. What? What are you? Target 124.6 burn damage over 13 seconds. Okay. I would like to definitely try and get this girl's attack speed up to gain more focus quickly. Silent Scream, target 36 to 52 raw damage, stunned for 10 seconds unless saved. 29 to 41 raw damage on an foe AoE. Okay. Blind. That's blind, mind wave, raw damage, foe a. Whoa. Really? Oh god.